Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 1. We are halfway through the season now on race 11 of 22 and we are on Total Extermination. So an interesting track today, something very different, probably the most brutal track of the season for the halfway point. So Total Extermination, one of our elimination races, so this is all about survivability, who can survive the longest. So it won't necessarily be about who can be the quickest. Now with this track in particular, it'll be interesting to see if we actually get anyone making it to the finish line, as this is quite a brutal track. So, a quick look around the track, as this is new to this season. A big starting grid, which then splits up here into two routes. One side being the quicker route, but also the slightly more risky route with a quicker jump at the end. Then the more controlled and slower route with a thinner jump off the other side. No obstacles on landing here. There's a couple of ramps if you take this side, so there is a chance you can fly off this bend here. You then come down to these pins, which you have to navigate through. And then there's this house. Now what you don't want to do is go straight down the middle, because this right here, which we haven't seen in a track this season yet, destroys your marble completely. That is an instant DNF if you make contact with that spinner in there. So you want to make your way around the outside and up to these stairs. Over that there is a bridge. You can fall off the side, so you're going to want to take a middle route through there, up into this pipe. You'll then be fired out at this wall, hopefully not getting a bad bounce off one of these spikes poking out. And then run down onto these sort of bounce pads here. So you can either fall backwards, you can go off to the side here, which you will be caught, and it's a slightly slower route, but you will be saved and can get back onto the track, or you could end up going all the way back down here and having to go up the pipe again. It's a bit higher risk there. Then make your way down here. This has three routes. The far left is a DNF. You end up down here, that is race over. You will be eliminated on contact. The other two routes make their way up to this big jump. So we could lose a few people here. So this jump, the best route you're going to want is this top landing here. This will then send you round this level of track and down to the straight. There's two areas if you go off to the sides that can catch you. And if you don't make it, or you spin backwards, you can get caught on here. You get sent back to here to try again. If you don't quite get enough height, you can drop into this slower route here, which goes around the outside and joins back on. But if you don't get enough speed to make this jump, then there are two things that can happen. You'll either get lucky and go down this side, that'll jump you back on to try again, or you go down this route, which sends you straight into a DNF spinner. So Demon in the chat, best not end up at the dead end. Well, try your best. And Barto, yo, the season's already almost done. Yes, we're actually halfway through the season already. Getting through this season quite quickly here. Maybe I'll have to reduce the amount of streams I'm doing. Who knows? But hopefully we'll have some more tracks for season 2 once again. But yeah, we are over halfway. Well, we are exactly halfway now. So you then make your way down the straight into this sweeping bend here, which does have a safety wall because you can end up up over the edge of these walls. Quite a quick bend. It's actually quicker if you do run up the wall here. The boosters are slightly stronger. And then you come back down towards the start. So like I said at the beginning, it is all about survivability on this track. So even if you're out in front making good time, that doesn't mean you're securing a win. Anything can happen. So the key thing to remember is just to survive. So we shall get the races into place. So our grid once again expanding, so we'll quickly go through the order, starting order here, let you see all the positions. And we have a new follower, and I talked about this in the Discord beforehand, because I did also join the Discord. Not entirely sure on whether it's XOR or pronounced Zor, so you know, if someone could let me know if anyone knows. Not 100% sure on that one. And King Barto saying Westport, it's Westport. Yes, I know, it's Westport. I remembered that. So this is the grid order. It may not matter much in this race, because I'm sure we're going to see a lot of DNFs. I'm just interested to see if anyone can complete all 7 laps. So let's get this race underway. So as we head down the first area here into the split. So we've got the quicker route round here, but also the riskier one. We're going to run this one at quite slow speeds, to be honest, just to try and keep an eye on everything that's going on. Maybe not quite this slow. We're having some trouble with Just in Time and Ryder there getting caught up side by side. Hopefully they will get released at some point. It looks like they do. Meanwhile, let's head over to the jump here. Demon taking a bit of a bounce. See if we lose anyone off the jump. Yes, we've lost Crimson straight away. Carol just surviving off the bounce. Anyone going down the middle here? So the middle route being an instant DNF as well. Everyone piling up here. Shaq's getting very close. Barto also getting pushed very close. Just surviving. It doesn't look like anyone so far. Cutsy and Jake narrowly missing that doorway. Nick just rolling across. Very close as well. So it looks like Skyline is stuck on one of the pins. So everyone's surviving that part there. No one falling off the bridge either. So you head up to the top bit. Demon is currently in the lead. A good landing off that jump. Let's make sure we're not losing anyone here. There's so many places here to keep an eye on for people falling off. So we'll do a bit of an overview here. So we try and keep an eye out. Demons get some high bounces there, but does land in the catch area. Magic getting a nice drop down, easy route in. So everyone making their way across the bridge okay. Doesn't look like we're losing anyone there. Heading down here to the jump. Still trying to keep an eye on everything. I'm sure we'll miss quite a few DNFs on this one. So Magic with a strong jump there will be landing on the top. Demon. Oh, unfortunately falling straight back down and into the DNF. Just as I said, not to jinx them. Unfortunately, DNFing off the jump here. So yes, very well may have jinxed you there. So some people are having to take that pipe section again further back. People still going up the jump. Are we losing anyone else? A few people having to retake the jump. Demon not too happy in the chat there. So it looks like Cheese got in some trouble, but Shax has helped them out, getting them on the move again. Westport just making it on as well on the lower section. We lost Creeper Cow and Just in Time to the dead end. As we see Skyline still stuck at the pins over here. So Shax and Space Comet still trying to get over this jump. Looks like Shax has made it. And so has Space Comet, so back up towards the front. Looks like Snorker has now got into the lead. Wood just staying on there. So far, no one has fallen victim to this little house. But there are still many laps to go. So Shona getting a bit close there. Bwer straight into the middle, so that is a DNF for Bwer, getting crossed out of 15th. Nick also falling into the house of doom, I suppose. Cutsy going in as well. So clearly anything I say just jinx the race. So best hope I don't start talking about any of you watching. Oh, Muffin very close to going in there. So let's head back up here. So Snorker already going up the jump. Then we've got Barto and Stormy just behind. See how these jumps go. Big jump by Barto, going to be falling back down. No, they do just recover onto the lower section. Stormy's going to be landing on the top. School of Thugs falling back down. Wood falling back down. Which route will they end up in? Or will they get hit and saved? Ooh, School of Thugs and Mini colliding. That took Mini out of the race. Wood still stuck in a bit of a loop here. Going to get nudged free, but is back in it and now heading towards the dangerous side. And they are going down into the DNF. That is Wood out of the race as well. As Demon is calling for a restart. Barto saying House of Horrors. So Wood and Mini both in the top 10, possibly even in the top 5 now out. It looks like we've lost Budo as well. Budo is now rolling down into a DNF. Cheese is out somewhere. Just noticed Cheese crossed off. As we see Stormy now in the lead and with the fastest lap. Barto saying Jake is gone. So we're losing so many people here already on lap 3. Like I said, this is a very strong survival, or Stormy nearly going there, survival track. It would just be interesting to see if anyone can survive all 7 laps. So we see people coming around this bend here. Stanky having some trouble. He's going backwards at the moment, trying to get some pace off the boosters. James is going to help them out. Got Westport coming in as well to give a bit of a push. So they all make it up to the top and back down to the straight now. So you see Pesky Bird and TJ making their way round. So Stormy heading back up the pipe. Behind we have Barto and Snorker side by side. Both going to survive the bridge here. So head back to this House of Horrors. Side effects looking bad. Side effects into the house. DNF there from 7th. As we still... Oh, it looks like James is out somewhere as well. As we still have 20 currently on the go, I think. Let's head up here. Has anyone gone out here? Looks like Snorker's balancing on one of the pads, but they do make it down. Stormy already making their way past the jump, making good time. We've lost Barto. I think Barto went off somewhere up here. And we just lost Snorker there into the rocks. So School of Thugs up the jump will go up to 2nd. Magic Monkey will push up to 3rd. And I see Side Effects has also gone off. We have lost Side Effects. Alice will get a DNF there into the rocks. Skyline going down the right side, the safe side. Shady will be doing the same. Muffin just keeping on there from the bounces. Everyone bouncing over. TJ is going to go back down to the pipe once again. Muffin could be in trouble if they bounce off the wall. They managed to sneak through. I think Stanky and Westport are going to be safe as well. They are. Heading up to the jump. Logan and MCW going down as well. Dom just behind. Shax rolling across the bounce pads. TJ just coming onto them. A nice drop down there, and then T-dub just behind. The clean bounce across. So have we lost anyone else so far? I don't think so. So as everyone gets quite a clean bounce there, or a clean jump off this ramp, Shax is going to get onto the top level, TJ's going to get onto the top level with a big jump there. See Pesky Bird coming down, Space Comet will be taking the safe route. Stormy already heading across the bridge once again. Further back we see Muffin, Stanky, Shady and Shona having a bit of a battle up the hill. Shona's going to take the inside, getting past Stanky. Shady losing a lot of speed there with that contact. So Muffin 4th, Stanky 5th, Shona 6th. And these two taking the quicker route. Shona will be taking the slower route. Shady also getting the quicker route. Quicker but slightly more risky with these ramps. Stanky comes over, goes in between the ramps and down towards the House of Horrors. Muffin coming down as well. Skyline getting stuck on a pin. So it's like Muffin and Shady keeping to the outside here. They both might be safe as we see Shona coming through in the background. Oh, and Shona has gone into the House of Horrors and is DNF'd from 7th. Currently it looks like Barto's still secure in the 20th place, so I think we are down to less than our top 20 here. Shax heading straight to the house. DNFs from 11th. Dom also DNFing there, as we've also lost. Seen a few people getting crossed off now. Magic Monkey in the background off the track. Stormy still holding that first place and fastest lap. T-Dub now coming through, just narrowly avoiding the entrance to the house. So we head up to the wall. See Muffin and Shady getting shot out. So everyone fairly spread out here, the last remaining survivors. We're already down to probably a quarter of the grid here. On lap 5 of 7. Muffin getting knocked out from 4th. So like I say, this is a brutal track. So Stormy still holding on. All they've got to do is just keep consistent, keep surviving to the end here to secure this first place. Barto 1 point gang. And Demon pretending this race didn't happen. As Space Comet has now been knocked out in 16th. So it looks like everyone between 12th and 20th, although Muffin coming down to take 11th as they slowly go down, will have their positions secured here. Yep, so 11th to 20th is now locked in. We're down to our top 10 going round. Stormy heading down to the pipe in first. Stanky having some trouble over there. Let's head over to the jump and see what's going on. Everyone looks like they're taking the top route here. We've got a battle between 4 racers. We have TJ, Pesky Bird, MCW and Logan. Skyline still stuck on a pin over there. The Skyline actually isn't even in the top 20, because I think they got stuck early on as well, so they're probably a couple of laps behind right now. So they need to get set free if they even want to get into the top 20. If they can get set free, they can make their way up to the top 10. So TJ coming around the corner. Pesky Bird taking the wall route, getting shot back in. Bit of a bad bounce on the landing though. And then Logan going quite slow just behind. So Shady coming through, avoiding Skyline. Stormy is off. I don't know where that happened, but Stormy is now off. They do have the fastest lap, but this may... Oh, Skyline gets set free there, but they may lose first place because of this. So Barto, yes, if Skyline is set free, well, it is set free clearly, but if Skyline gains these laps back without going off Barter, you will be knocked out of the points. So with Stormy off, Stormy will at least have top 10 secured minimum, but they will probably be hoping for more people to go off so they can get some more points towards their ranking in the leaderboard. Skyline getting a push with T-Dub there towards the outside. They both head up the pipe here. Getting shot out towards the wall. School of Thugs going into first, taking a place from Stormy. So eyes currently on Skyline to see if they can make their way back up. They've got into 20th, so they are now in the points. So Barto has now been knocked out of that 20th spot, losing that 1 point. Skyline making their way up to 18th. This could be a strong late play by Skyline. Side by side with T-Dub and Shady here. Shady going up to second. T-Dub third. Stormy dropping positions. So you have Westport coming through, taking fourth. Logan's going to drop down. Stanky taking fifth. Logan taking sixth. Stormy is now pushed down to seventh. You see Skyline going up the inside of T-Dub here. So you see the front runners just at the bridge. It looks like TJ has managed to get stuck on one of the logs that are there to help protect people from going off. School of Thugs is going to avoid them, but if someone does hit TJ there, this could result in at least one of them, potentially both of them, going off the track. TJ could get lucky and drop down to the track bit below. So if we head towards the front here to see the battle for second. T-Dub taking the quicker route around the outside. We are on lap 6. So 2 laps to go. So T-Dub goes up the ramp, hitting one of the lower ramps, but not going too far, keeping themselves on track. Stormy down to 8th. Shady getting close to the entrance there, but just getting through. So Westport making their way round here as well. Stanky's going to get past the house, no trouble. So T-Dub potentially could collide with TJ here, which could also cause trouble for Skyline. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Bounce backwards. Skyline's going to drop down slightly. I mean, T-Dub can actually get through without any contact. So an interesting strategy there that has worked out for T-Dub nicely. Westport, I think, is narrowly going to avoid TJ here. They do. So TJ is still stuck in 10th on that log. So we see Stanky, Logan and Pesky Bird making their way up the stairs. Looks like Shady's dropping back down to have to redo that pipe section. Pesky Bird heading towards TJ here. He's going to narrowly avoid them, but will hit one of the logs. I think they are just safe though. They will manage to make their way towards the pipe. We are up here. See Skyline and Westport heading towards the jump. Some big airtime there. Skyline falling back down. This could be bad. They could head down to the DNF point. They are. The Skyline is going to be DNF'd from 11th. Shady and T-Dub getting DNF'd. I think that was back here. So, and MTW stuck. So a lot of drama going on here. Towards the top. This means Logan could gain a few spots. Pesky Bird could. TJ still stuck. So Logan and Peskybird moving up to 4th and 5th. With MC and TJ stuck, Stormy could hold on to that 8th spot, and Shady and T-Dub could hold on to 6th and 7th. Meanwhile, I've got School of Thugs up at the front still, somewhere over here, heading towards the jump, as we are on the final lap. Stormy still holding the fastest lap, so at least that is a bonus point for them. School of Thugs success with the jump there onto the top route. Will now be making their way round and trying to get down to the finish line, holding that top spot. They have passed all the major obstacles, and so now it's just about getting a clean run down to the finish. So making their way down towards the bend, we see TJ still stuck there, Westport just entering the steps. School of Thugs going up around this bend. And round the final corner down towards the finish. So School of Thugs will actually take a win here at Total Extermination. School of Thugs not doing so well previously, having trouble with getting up into the points, but clearly doing well on this survival map, this survival track. There's Stanky bouncing off one of the logs there, saving them from falling. Peskybird getting bounced backwards, gonna have to get up that final step once again. No one is setting MC free here. Logan and Stanky both coming down to the bounce pads, both of them just going over the top. So I think MCW is going to be stuck there. Westport trying to hold on to that 2nd place. Logan and Stanky will be fighting for 3rd. Peskybird now just coming down in 5th. Looks like they may be taking this pipe again. The big bounce there. They will. Logan not quite successfully making that jump means Stanky is going to take 3rd. Logan's going to have to redo that jump again. Westport is making their way round. We'll go and see if Logan can successfully take this jump. Gone high, it looks like they will. They'll land on the top here. Peskybird going back down the bounce pads once again. Looks like this time they've made it round. And we'll go and see Westport securing 2nd. No, Westport not securing 2nd. That is new. I haven't even seen that happen in testing. Westport looking to secure 2nd place there, going so well, and then with a bad bounce off the final part of this corner, they sent themselves back down to the start, and he's going to have to go around again, which means Stanky is going to come through and take 2nd. Logan's going to come through and take 3rd. Westport with a really bad choke on that final corner, going off the track. So they're going to have to go back around these obstacles again. Barto saying Westport was robbed. Technically no one robbed them. Westport choked that final corner there. School of Thugs already finished, so we are now waiting on Westport and Peskybird. So Peskybird is going to come round. It looks like they will be taking 4th, and Westport will be taking 5th after that. Demon's still saying for a restart, but unfortunately that's not how it works. So Peskybird avoiding the outside of the corner where Westport went off. So where is Westport going up the jump now? and to make back that time. Although there is no one threatening Westport's position anymore, as there are only 5 still on the move. TJ and MC stuck and looking to be DNF'd. But just remember, it is an elimination race, so even if you DNF, as long as you're in the top 20, you still get the points. So Westport now coming round. Hopefully they will actually go across the line this time. As we see, TJ still stuck up on that log, not going anywhere. So Westport going towards the outside again, but this time actually taking a better line back in and heading down towards the finish. So Westport taking 5th, losing out on a top 3 spot there, unfortunately. So that looks like everyone finished here. Stormy securing the fastest lap. TJ still stuck on this bridge. MCW stuck on the bounce pads. It's not going to get set free from there. And we only have 4 left running around as Logan gets hit there by School of Thugs. Does not make the jump. So our winner, School of Thugs, taking the win on race 11. So we speed things up a bit now and let the DNF timer count down. So as we are still losing people in the victory laps, School of Thugs just went out, so I think we've just got Stanky and Logan still running. Westport actually ended up saying DNF even though they did cross the line. So we'll focus on Stanky now as Logan is also off, so it's just Stanky going around. And there goes Stanky. So looks like we won't be watching anyone for the time being. We'll just get a nice view of the track. So only 3 people actually securing a time here. So we go down, Stormy securing that extra point with the fastest lap. Wood asking when they went off. 24th, so sort of halfway-ish. But we did lose a lot of people throughout this in one big go. The first half was a lot of DNFs. So here are the standings after this very interesting elimination race. Stanky out of nowhere here coming up into first. We'll be taking first from Jake. Jake struggling to get points in the last few races, meaning they have now been pushed down to second. So Stanky has 109. Jake not far behind with 103. Demon in third with 99, so not much of a difference between these top 3 still. Then we have Crimson with 96, Carol with 95, just in time with 93, Stormy with 90. Then we have 4 people tied for 8. We have Diamond Sword, Logan, Pesky Bird and Wood. That makes up the top 10. So still very close in the top 10. In fact, it looks fairly close all the way down. So there's still all to fight for at this halfway point in the season. So below that we have Akane, School of Thugs, gaining quite a few positions with that win. Kutsi, Ryder, Mini, Muffin, TJ, Shax, Shady, Skyline, James, Side Effects, Space Comet and Nick. So a very interesting race. A few position changes on the leaderboard there. And School of Thugs taking a win. So that is it for today's stream. The next race we have is on flat speeders, which I know has been updated. So I need to make sure I get the latest version of that and do a quick check that it is totally up to date. Make sure I do get the correct version. So we did see flat speeders in the pre-season, but I think it will look a bit different this time around. So if you're watching on Twitch, make sure to head over to the YouTube channel, go subscribe over there, drop a like on any videos you enjoy, that helps support the channel. If you're watching on YouTube, head over to Twitch, follow the Twitch channel, you can watch these races live, take part in the live chat, and take part in the races. And of course join the Discord, the link will be in the description below. So that is it for this very interesting race. Lots of DNFs. Like I say, probably the most brutal race of the season. Barto, a little bit of self-promotion there, the Marble World Cup being filmed right now. So yeah, King Barto is going to be starting a Marble World Cup, which will be starting in January, I'm pretty sure. So go check that out. I think there's probably a link for that somewhere in the Discord as well. But that is it for this race. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.
You